ball to, Mad Mark Ingram.
Right.
You didn't try one play. They knew you was throwing the ball. They knew you was going to back shoulder. Jalen Collins sat right there and waited for it. He knew what you were doing. That's what people are saying. You're predictable. At times, the Saints are predictable. Everybody is boasting on, well, we average 29, 30 points a game. No, you don't. You score points in bunches. You had 4 games where you scored over 40 points. And you had 4 games where you scored over 30 points. So that's 8 games. What happened in the other 8 games, though? I'm a mathematician. I'm an accountant. So numbers, it's
5.
hard to break down. It's hard to get that number to go down when you score that many points in 8 games. So even if you score 13, 16, 11 in games, that's not going to bring your average down much when you add up the whole total sum. And this is where broadcast, listen up to me. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to let Kyle talk. Listen to me, listeners. Do not let mainstream media give you propaganda when you, as the callers, you know what's going on. And they don't want you to speak your opinions or speak and say the truth and try to pass you propaganda to silence you. No. The Saints have been a trick 4 out of the last 5 years, but not a treat. They're statistical driven. Why would you, nothing against Mark, I'm happy for Mark, but why would you trailing 38 to, 19?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe 38 to 25? Why would you be running the ball with 4 or 5 minutes left in the game if you're trying to get a quick score so that Mark can get 1,000 yards? Why would you be doing that? Unless you know, and I'm glad the coach did it to give him an opportunity. But guess what, Coach Payton? Mark Ingram would have had 1,000 yards in week 11 had you been playing him right from the beginning. Mark Ingram should not have to ask you to allow him to get 1,000 yards. He's a 1,000-yard runner. He proved that 2 years ago. Now, Mark, your issue has been injury. Take care of your body in the off season because now you're going to be 28. Take care of your body. And maybe part of the reason why the coach wasn't giving you the ball 20 times because of your injury-prone situation that occurred. I don't know. But Mark Ingram should have had to ask you to get the ball. He would have had 1,000 yards 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe. So statistics, people, as I stated, I'm a math person. It means nothing if you're not winning. I'm like my buddy Chuck told Bobby and Deke on WWL. Shout out to the friends and family at WWL, Mike and Christian and Deuce, all of you guys. We love you guys. But like he said, the stats mean nothing, Kyle. It means nothing. You are 21 and 27. You are 22 and 36 since August 1st, 2014. That's your record, preseason included. And other things, you are 11 and 13 at that great venue, that great home where you had won 20 straight home games. Now you are an anemic 11 and 13 playing in the Superdome for the last 3 seasons. And if you add up the other preseason games, you are 12 and 17. What kind of mess is that?
That's more of a issue, in my opinion, than anything else. Think about what you just said. You are failing at your home venue to even put a winning product in front of your home crowd, the fans, the people who support you, the people who love you. You cannot win in your home venue, the dome. Even the poor Saints teams at least won in the dome. Remember, and I can say this because I've seen the Saints all my years of my life, all my 50 years. Okay? So this is what is concerning to me, man. Look, and I'm just going to throw out some numbers to you. Not to say these are the numbers you want to have, but the New Orleans Saints, we had 395 first downs. Our opponents only had 353. You would think just on that, you would say, wow, this team beat their opponents in the first downs, so they must have won. They must be winning, right?
You would think that.
You would think that. Hold on. Time of possession. We averaged 30 minutes and 57 seconds. Our opponents only 29. We went into time of possession. I heard years ago, you win a time of possession, you what? You mostly win the game. Now, Jack, blew my mind. Our net yardage rushing, we are at 1,742. Our opponents, our defense, that poorest defense last season, only gave up 1,600 yards in rushing. Okay? Now, our great Drew Brees threw over for 5,000 yards passing. Our opponent's net passing yardage was just 4,300 yards. If you telling me all of these great statistical numbers and analysis that people are saying, hey, if we have all the numbers and we glorify with our numbers here and glorified with our numbers there, you would think, based upon what you know about the National Football League, that this team should have more than just 7 wins. And I'm telling you the reason why, guys, that we don't have more than 7 wins. It's the decision making within the game that has been flawed. It's the decision making with some of the personnel that you chose to utilize has been flawed. You understand? Our special teams, and I've got to give what's the young man, Will Lutz, a lot of credit.
Will Lutz.
I've got to give him credit. Got to give him credit.
Kevin Conley, Kyle. That's who you give the credit to.
Yeah, as soon as he came in after that Denver game, right? You saw a tremendous difference in how this kid was kicking that football, right? So what's his name needs to get the heck on. I'm sorry. Let McMahon go. McMahon, that showed you right there that one influence that helped Will Lutz become a really, really outstanding kicker after that game.
13 straight field goals. 13 straight going into next season.
13 straight. And point afters, Derek. Those point afters before were trailing very low to the line of scrimmage. If you notice, those kicks started going a lot higher. Okay.
And also kind of straighten out the special teams, the line, too. He straightened out Dressler and all of them.
Exactly. But this is the problem. I need to say this. I think Tommy Lee Lewis has a lot of potential, but you left some yardage out there on the field because you chose not to play Marcus Murphy.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what anybody says. Marcus Murphy, in my opinion, still was a better returner than Tommy Lee Lewis.
Absolutely. I concur.
Okay, just check. Now, Marcus Murphy was what? On the bench how long? Almost, let's see, 14 out of 16 games. I might be exaggerating. But he returned on kickoffs 7 times for 105 yards, average 15 yards, okay? Tommy Lee Lewis, he only returned a kickoff 8 times. So that's just one more time for 152 yards. Okay, all right. I give you that. Okay? I give you a little bit of that. But you can't tell me that a young man with the potential to break and to score touchdowns the year prior, you get angry with him, Sean Payton, because he let off a ball bounce on the ground in the Oakland game, and then you lose faith in him. Then when you put him back out there, weeks later, you throw him out there on the Carolina, he makes another mistake. But you know why? You can't have a person in and out of that type of lineup where they only get few touches anyway per season. Why in the world would you even keep shuffling those guys back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? It made no sense whatsoever. None. Now, you could say, well, it's a part of your game plan, the scheme. Your schemes are flawed. I'm sorry. From what I see, it has no... Special teams were not special. They were not. And while we needed some extra yardage on punt returns, we never got it. We never got those extra yards. Only a few occasions. And one time where Tommy Lee Lewis did, 59-yarder? Other than that, he was ineffective the rest of the season, guys. He only averaged 11.4 yards per punt return. And if you take that 59-yarder away, it's probably drops down to what? 8?
Yeah, if he had 8 points and 8, so after that, that means he had 7 for 28. That's 4 yards per punt return.
All right, so tell me, why would you not have somebody more effective back there? You've got to have more consistency back there. You've got to, it's hypocritical, and I said this before, to chastise Mark Ingram for fumbling the ball, but Drew Brees throws 15 interceptions. Where's the chastisement there? When he threw 6 in a row, and it seems like the team never recovered after those 6 turnovers and the 0 touchdowns, those 2 games. Tampa Bay and the Lions, whatever?
Yeah, I think
they never recovered. And never recovered from that Denver game, too. That could be argued, too, right?
That's where they never recovered, that Denver game.
Yeah, man.
That game should have never been close at all. Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, the 2 of them turned the ball over 4 times, and then they turned it over consecutively. And Brandon Cook still got you to win it, and unfortunately, Will Lutz had his snafu. That game against Denver and Carolina should have never been close. They did nothing to score. The Saints gave Denver 13 points, and they gave Carolina 10. You do the math. Take away the 13, Saints beat them people easily. 24-10, take away the 10 from Carolina, they beat them easily, 20-13. Those people did nothing. Kobe Fleener dropped the pass near the goal line that would have brought the Saints first and goal. That's another 4 points.
Yeah.
I can tell you how many games I watched where I just felt that there is Kyle with the Saints. Unfortunately, and this is why, unfortunately, they're going to have to change coaches. And they're going to have to change, or Sean Payton is going to have to change his unit coaches. Johnny Morton, outstanding job with the wide receiver. You didn't see all of them tip balls, except for that one game with Michael Thomas. The stuff we used to see a lot of, you didn't see a lot of that anymore.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Professor. Right. Go ahead.
But the tight ends coach with Kobe Fleener and Josh Hill, not going to work, because the Saints offense without a tight end, this is the first year the Saints have a tight end that didn't have 800 yards receiving. That tight end is instrumental in the Saints offense, just like that running back coming out the backfield. That halfback, like Travaris Cadet. Sorry, not the answer. Travaris Cadet, Brandon Cooks dropped touchdown passes against Tampa Bay. So, it's just that with this team, it's just that I don't know if they're not focused. I don't know if that's something even Coach Payton can even get embedded in them. But your unit coaches, it's not working, which then means your head coach is not working. And they got to get it fixed. Yeah. They got to get it fixed. Because otherwise, you're going to have the same results. And, my saying to y'all, Kyle, was, I don't want to hear it. I told y'all this last year. I wish you could dig in archives. Go out there to SaintsNewsRadio.com or SaintsNews.net. Go listen to the show ending last year and ending in 2014, what I said. I'm telling y'all, the Saints are going to be in this same boat when we're talking next year at this time.
You did, yeah.
Lo and behold,